Alright, I've pressed the button. We are going live, and I am trying to conjure the show affect. Hey, Amabel.
Hey.
I'm alive, and I want to be here.
I figured.
Good. Alright, there's the show link for you. Oof. For the people who are watching on YouTube, who are seeing it from the very beginning. Hi, everybody. The thing I just said is indicative of the fact that I'm having a difficult mental health day, not that I do not want to be here. Because I am hoping, actually very much hoping, that I'm going to have a good time here on the stream. Hypnospace Outlaw is a wacky time, and that it's going to help pull me out of this funk a little bit. So it's going to be rad. And if I'm still feeling crappy, Amabel, I'm buying lunch. We'll go get a tasty lunch. And I'll pay, okay? Hello, everybody. Hi, how's it going? You made a face like you aren't excited to get lunch bought for you? What on earth?
Well, I'm more excited for you to be feeling better.
Yeah.
You've created a very difficult incentive, type of incentive structure.
Yeah. I've created a challenging energy here at the beginning of the pre-stream. I apologize for that. You're absolutely right. I'm fucking up. So we're gonna play. I'm just gonna do a little super auto pets here. I'm gonna do a run or maybe 2 runs if I get eliminated really early due to extremely bad play. That's gonna be today's pre-stream. I wanted something where I was a little more active. So,
yeah,
y'all, we're playing arena mode. Here's the deal with superb auto pets. Every round starts with every turn starts with a shop phase where we can hire pets onto our team here. You can see our team can hold up to 5 pets. We have some money. We get 10 money at the beginning of each shop phase. Hiring a pet costs 3. We can also re-roll the shop for 1. I'm going to grab a beaver and a re-roll here. So starting with 10 money, obviously you're trying to end up on 3 pets, right? For this first phase.
Right.
And there are a billion pets. The pets that are currently active in this game are this many, and they all have a power and a toughness and probably some abilities. And then on top of that, also there's food in the shop that will modify your pets in various ways. So I'm not going to try to explain absolutely every option in the shop all the time and it's too much. It's too much for how fast we're trying to go through this. But the basic idea here of this team that I bought is like this is a pocket pet for later. This guy's just a 3/2 for right now. The cockroach, when it dies, is going to summon another cockroach, and then the horse gives a bonus attack to any units that get summoned. So it's gonna a little tiny bit of synergy there. We have to pick a name the first time. I feel like a skilled Clementine today. I'm feeling just the tiniest bit sour. So here's what then the battle part of the round. Your pets mash against each other, doing damage based on their attack, and obviously, trying to survive. We got wrecked, Amabel.
I saw that.
If we lose 5 battles, we are out. If we win 10 battles, we are a victor. That's the basic form of arena mode. You look like you have a question.
I'm holding my question until later. Please continue.
I'm going to hire an additional beaver. We want to get multiples of the same pet right now. Notice putting a pet on your team does count as summoning it, so it does get that little horse buff. We got 7 more coins. Let's re-roll the shop again, and I'm not wild about what we got here. Again, I was hoping for more duplicates. We're going to pick up a chinchilla that kind of doesn't have any abilities. That's fine. And then I'm going to buy a food. I'm going to give our frontmost pet 3 mana. So what mana does is sometimes abilities will use it. Sometimes abilities will consume it for stuff. If a pet dies with mana, the mana just shoots across the screen as a magic missile and does that much damage, however much mana you had as damage to a pet on the enemy team. So we're just going to go into the battle like this. I think we're pretty well set up here to do a lot of damage, but these early rounds, they're very volatile. So there, you can see the mana shooting across and killing one of the enemy pets. our cockroach is going to do the thing, and look at that, a victory. Now, I said if we lose 5 rounds, we are out of the match. That's not exactly true. There's a little thing here that happens. When you reach every new odd-numbered turn, the kinds of pets that are available are going to upgrade. New, fancier, more powerful pets. And also, when you reach turn 3, you regain a life if you had lost one. Just a little pushback against getting drummed out real fast. Okay, so part of the reason we want duplicate pets is that you can combine pets of the same type to gain XP, and if you fill up the XP bar, the pet levels up and becomes more powerful. You can see every time we add a pet to a pet, the stats go up.
Why did the mana go down for the pet? Wasn't it 3 before?
It was 3. So mana that's just sitting on pets decreases over time.
Gotcha.
We're going to take a little reroll here. Okay. So 3 chinchillas can be combined together to get us a level 2 chinchilla. And every time you level up a pet, you get a special shop reward of 1 pet available from the next level. So right now our shop is level 2 and it's showing us those tier 2 pets. We get to see a tier 3 pet because we made a pet level up. So we could get an anteater here or a flying squirrel. Flying squirrel's there's some pretty funny stuff you can do with a flying squirrel. But we're kind of leaning into this like summoning thing. I'm gonna take an anteater early. We're gonna put our anteater, I guess, like right here. This will be fine. We'll do something like this. Okay. So the anteater, when it dies, it summons an ant, and then the ant, when the ant dies, buffs one of your remaining living units.
Okay.
So again, we got some violence here. Hello, people in the chat. I'm talking a lot in more standard Let's Play style right now, so I'm a little bit less responsive to the chat. Apologies for that.
So far, the chat said hello, so you know.
You see all that stuff happening. Bam! Look at that. It's easy. This is my mascot, the raccoon girl. I like your team mascots are humans who are dressed as the animals, which I think is very fun. Okay, so it's time to start. We're all full up here, and we're seeing some pets that I do like, so I'm going to start selling stuff. This beaver is like nothing better than fine. When you sell the beaver, it gives some friends +1 attack permanently. Just little buffs for our pals here. I want to get a Thunderbird. So the Thunderbird at the beginning of battle gives the frontmost friend 3 mana, so we can keep that mana effect going, turn over turn. I will buff our horse. Let's buff up that horse so we can get that horse more powerful. And this is the basic loop of the game, you know?
Yeah.
You see here, this people, the Jiggly Kilts, they're setting up on a food strategy, which is powerful in the long run, but it's a little slow to get going. That said, they do have a very large marmoset that they've buffed up through a number of means. Not going to be sufficient to get through us. You also notice everybody has a different hat for their team. I have these adorable little purple witch hats with the skull on them because they have a skull on them. But you will see the other
more
teams.
Like Marmadead.
More like Marmadead. You got him. You got him. There's no two ways about that.
Lazuli says, you all inspired me to get blueprints and do a couple playthroughs. Great time and big thanks.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. I think in the long run that game has some issues, but I do think, yeah, I think you can have a real good time with it if you're well adapted to it. I am just kind of clicking here. I'm desperate. I'm hoping for stuff. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna sell my chinchilla. I think this thing has outlived its purpose for us. So this was just a holding pet the whole time. The thing that the chinchilla does when you sell it, it creates a sort of a copy of itself. When you sell a pet, you make money equal to its level. So we just sold that level 2 chinchilla and then sold the level 2 chinchilla copy for even more. And I'm going to pull in a weasel. The thing the weasel does is when it dies, you get +1 gold next turn. So we're just going to run you up front here, buddy. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing yet. The weasel is helping me be able to afford a strategy at some point in the future. And then we got some duplicates of some pets that we actually really like. So I'm going to freeze these ones. And they will still be in the shop after the round. Obviously, they'll take up the left 2 slots. So we're seeing fewer new pets. but we wanna merge these into our team, and we just ran out of money.
So I'm not seeing you do a lot with the food just yet.
No, I don't intend to hold on to a lot of these pets in the long term, so spending resources like upgrading and modifying them feels a little wasteful. But you can see we've got a pretty stompy strategy early on. This is definitely like a low to mid game strategy, and I need to transition into something before people start outscaling the amount of damage I'm doing. Like the people running those like food type strategies with the rabbits and whatnot, their pets are going to get very, very large over the course of the game. So we're gonna go ahead and level up our Thunderbird here. Ooh, some interesting stuff going on here. If I can be honest, I don't think we're getting a lot of value out of this horse right now. It's just like it's giving two summons 1 extra damage each. So I'm kind of inclined to pitch the horse. And I don't feel like we really have a strategy at the moment. We're just kind of like running a bunch of okay pets together.
What is this called food?
That is the faint bread, a pet that has the faint bread. So most food either directly modifies the stats of the pets permanently or gives them a perk. This gives the faint bread perk, which makes it so that when the pet faints, it summons any one tier pet from the entire any tier 1 pet from the entire game that has itself a faint ability.
Okay.
So this is actually, if you're doing a summoning strategy, this is actually kind of a fun one because a lot of those pets are also faint to summon a thing pets. And if we ended up in a pet based strategy, I'd be down for that. I'm gonna buy a Gariel, which what it does is give you it gives you a toy. So for the next 2 turns, we will have a little toy here. I'm gonna pick up a toy gun that just shoots the last pet in the enemy team at the start of battle here. I'm trying to win a lot of fights early with our like relatively stompy strategy because I don't really have a plan. Okay, we get to level up our anteater, so it produces more ants. Ooh, a minotaur. Okay, I'm gonna freeze this minotaur. We might be able to make a thing. We might be on our path to something. And then the Gariel itself, it just does that when you buy it, and then it's like 5/3. It's okay, right? It's like fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll order them like this. This is fine. The music died. I don't know why. Here we go. That's back. So our toy gun is going to pop the pet in the back of their lineup real quick. You can see our Thunderbird, now leveled up, is giving the pet that it targets 6 mana, which is an awful lot to work with. The Anteater summoning those ants that give buffs, doing good work. Okay, we get 1 more turn with our toy gun. I'm going to sell the Gariel, and we're going to get a Minotaur in here, and I'm going to try something. Okay, beautiful. Exactly what I was looking for. So might put the weasel back there. Let's do like... Alright, so I put the fairy dust perk on our anteater. The first time the front space of our team is empty, the anteater's going to jump to the front and gain 2 mana. The Minotaur gets a bonus every time the pet in front of it attacks. The idea is the cockroach will attack and die, then the summoned cockroach will attack and die, then the anteater will jump in front and attack and die, then the ants that it summoned will attack and die, and they'll all do that right in front of the Minotaur, causing it to gain stats a bunch of times. Right?
Okay.
This is the theory. We'll see how well it works in practice. Ooh, we could get more fairy dust. I might actually freeze that. And more anteater. Hell yeah. Okay. So, how big is this Minotaur going to get? Is it going to be big enough to matter? I don't know. Let's hope so. Uh-oh. So this guy has a jackalope on his team. You can see he has 2 pets with fairy dust and a pet who naturally jumps. And the jackalope buffs pet strength when they jump. So this is going to be a massacre. He's going to tear us apart. his team is well built, well synergized, and terrifying.
Oh, Robin Bennis has dropped in to let us know we're enjoying this game all wrong.
Oh, yep, that's a common opinion on the internet. Yep, you can see there the good build, the good synergy, the pets who work well together doing the things, absolutely crushing my hodgepodge assemblage of garbage. I am gonna go ahead and we're gonna fairy dust you. You're gonna help out with this. We're gonna also almost level this Thunderbird to max. Let's try that again, but with the numbers slightly higher. Okay, so they've got a magic wand here, which is gonna... Okay, they're on a little bit more of a focused summoning strategy because they've gotten more pieces for that than we have. Like, a huge part of this game, or really any of these auto battler type games, is learning to roll with the randomness of the shop. You gotta learn how to fight with the tools that you are presented instead of the tools that you wish you had. And we're kind of doing that, sort of.
I see that. Yeah.
Okay, so if we're gonna lean hard into a summon strategy here, which we still could do, we could kind of wave back. A big component of that is going to be the turkey. Turkey gives big stats to summon pets. So we are on the lookout for turkeys here. We're also on the lookout for kind of, yeah, I mean, like really early turkey. Really early turkey feels good. I think I'm just going to get rid of this weasel. This weasel has done its thing. All right, another thing to watch out for, and now that we're on tier 5, is that there is a shop food that just gives +1 experience.
Yeah, that's my favorite, is the chocolate.
Very powerful thing. I'm going to freeze this because I don't exactly know what I intend to do with it yet. My thinking is that if we can find another turkey, I would love to... or another chocolate, I would love to have a level 2 turkey. But if we don't, I'm going to bump one of these guys to level 3.
Okay.
So I'm hedging here. And that's a slug. Okay, so our cockroach is fucking garbage. So I'm going to sell garbage cockroach and replace him with the slug. The thing about the slug is that when it dies, it summons another slug that when it dies summons another slug. So it plays this game very, very well. And then we are at 6 money here, so I'm going to just go ahead and chocolate. We're gonna give that slug a lot of mana to work with. And then the level 6 pets that were shown as shop rewards are not particularly compelling. I'm gonna put some faint bread on my Minotaur. Just like really lean into this like having lots of pets get summoned thing. But we're starting to get to the point of the game. Okay, so they're gonna... Yeah. We're starting to get to the point of the game where the build-up strategies are going to start having really, really large pets. And also, some people are going to be expecting trickery like this. And most of the Trixie builds, they do kind of the same thing where they have like a really valuable pet that stands in the back and provides bonuses or whatever. And so you're going to see more and more frequently people having a way of doing some damage to the pet that's in the back at the beginning of the fight to try to get rid of it early. So we got to watch out for that. And when I say we got to watch out for that, there's not like a huge amount of stuff we can actually do about it. All right, we're looking for... Yep, improvements to our existing lineup. Okay, so I'm gonna make a little move here. I was really hoping to get more Minotaurs to buff this Minotaur up, because obviously when he levels up, his effect gets more powerful, right? And can you imagine +3/+3 every time one of the pets in front of him fights? Like that's pretty strong, right? We haven't gotten there. What we have done is just drawn a snake, who, when the friend ahead of him attacks, he just shoots garbage into the enemy team. And I think we're just going to replace our Minotaur at this point with Snake. I love Snake. If we'd gotten a leveled up Minotaur, I probably wouldn't do that. And now that we're down to just 3 gold, I'm going to go ahead and give the chocolate to the Snake. I want to level up. I love Snake. Snake is absolutely one of my favorite shenanigans pets. All right, so watch this.
Okay, I'm watching. What a cute cow.
Every time the pet in front of the snake attacks, the snake does damage to someone on the enemy team randomly. And then the anteater jumps in front, and we get some damage. And the ants do their thing. Things gotten a little screwy because of the way the jumping interacts with the anteater summoning multiple pets, but like you can see what's going on, right? Like it's working. I will absolutely just level up the snake immediately. So now it's dealing 10 damage every time it attacks. Let's just hunt for some level ups here. I'm not sure exactly what I'm looking for aside from just like more chocolate and more versions of our existing pets would be good. Boy. We are not crushing it here. Yeah, I don't really... Okay. Level up the slug next time. Level up the snake next time. All right, good luck, us. Welcome to the pre-stream, everybody. We're just playing a quick round of auto pets while people settle in. Oh, look at all the faint bread here. Look at this stuff. Look at all of the extra pets they are summoning. What does the seagull do? Okay. I don't understand. I think this person doesn't understand how their stuff works, and so they've made a team that's bad without meaning to. And we're gonna run them the fuck over. Yeah, that was not... That person misunderstands how the pie works, and that's unfortunate for them. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep re-rolling here. I'm always a little torn when you're at 3 money. It's just like, do I just buy food that does something, even if it's not optimal, or do I dig? Do I re-roll looking for more stuff to be relevant? And I've chosen to do the re-rolling, and we didn't find anything. Always the risk is that you just like you'll see nothing. Bird in the hand, etc. So we're at 9 victories, and we have what I think is like an okay gimmick here. You can see this team relying on a lot of fancy gimmicks and techniques to power up their pets, but I don't know if they have enough just like kind of raw power to get through the amount of damage this snake deals. So you're gonna do that, and it's gonna kill him. Yeah. Okay, that was a remarkably smooth victory. It usually doesn't go like that. Honestly, turn 12 might be my fastest victory ever. So yeah, that's just what a little bit of auto pets looks like. This is a kind of sort of synergistic mass of pets that are pretty okay. Anyway, that's the thing. I'm gonna take us to the gas cave while we set up the real stream. Thank you for joining us the pre-stream. It is time. The time has come for Hypnospace. Amabel, if you can.
I'm starting it up.
Yep.
And
then communicate it to me over the Discord.
While that's starting up.
Okay.
I'm gonna check on the laundry.
Okay. You're gonna leave me to entertain the viewers
for time.
like I'm some kind of entertainer. All right. How's it going, everybody? Cornflake says, I want to have no money and 3 pets. In RL, I have 6 pets. That's true. That's a good number of pet. Strong strategy, I would say there. I think the largest number of pets I've ever had simultaneously was 4. That was when I was keeping rats. We had four brothers from the same litter, and they were all charming and delightful little gentlemen. Robin Bennett says, everyone else has revived Kaczynski and beaten the Despair Squid in Blueprints, which I am assuming is a very funny reference that I do not get. Rats only count as 1 pet per 3. Okay, that makes sense. The thing is, I'm very into a cage pet. A cage pet combines well with my sort of the combination of executive function disorder and the neurological stuff with my sleep a lot better. Like I love dogs, but I could not alone have a dog because I can't stick to a schedule of walks and stuff very easily. Rats are like perfect. Rats are the absolute perfect pet for me in a bunch of ways. So Nope Na asks, what were the rats' names? The first set of rats we had, they were named Urza, Mishra. Oh shoot, Amabel. Hi, welcome back.
Hi. Did you entertain the viewers?
I'm trying. Nope, not asked what my rats' names were, and I'm trying to remember. So we had 8 rats over time, and I am horrified to admit that I cannot. So the last we had Migo, Urza, Mishra, Gramash, Rat Bowie. Always to be his name was Bowie, but you always have to say Rat Bowie to distinguish him from human Bowie, so that people don't think you're talking about David Bowie.
Oh, I was going to ask if you had a friend named Bowie.
No, David Bowie. Okay, let me get this full screened and these hidden, and we're working on it. I'm getting the capture up. Hold on a second here, y'all. What on earth? Oh, right, because I didn't do it that way, because that's not the way that I did it. Hey, Amabel, turn off your camera feed, please. Unless you want your camera feed to be on the stream.
Get my stupid face off the camera.
All right, here we go. We're back to HypnoS. Amabel picking up where we left off last week. Welcome back to Hypnospace Outlaw. If you did not catch last week's stream, don't worry, you're going to catch on pretty quickly here. This game's not super complicated. The idea is we are acting as a community enforcer in an operating system that you can only access while you are asleep. You wear a special headband, and it plugs you into the HypnoS while you are sleeping. And it's $19.99, and we're here to surf the internet like it.
Today's your lucky day. We're testing out an early version of our new game, and you're in on it. This stuff is top secret. Sharing info or screenshots is very, very prohibited. You could face some hairy legal trouble if you leak information. Well, with that out of the way, I would like to announce a new Hypnospace original game project, Outlaw. You'll be playing an early offline version, but the final release on schedule for a year 2000 update will be 100% online. No need to send us feedback either. The game will automatically report data to me. All right.
Confidential. This is an early test. The music's jaunty.
Yeah. You're here, that means we put you to test our new secret project. Do not share information on this game anywhere. It's top secret. Click here to install Outlaw directly. Just play the game.
There's no way to win this version because it's just a test. Just play for 3 to 5 minutes.
Do not share.
And this is temporary art. We're working on polished. Yeah, it's got programmer art. It's in the stage where it has programmer art. Outlaw Alpha.
Wait, why do I have 2 emails?
Well, I mean, you still have messages.
I read those.
Yeah, those aren't the. How do you tell which? Oh, okay, I don't think you had ever actually clicked on the report about the Zane harassment thing before.
Okay.
Like the thing you got after closing the case. So now you've.
Wait, how do I? No, that's wrong. All right.
Top right, the top right. No, not that. That one, yeah. Oh, early alpha software may cause HypnoS to become unstable. Nice. It's good art. I like the debug information. This is very true to somebody's like alpha concept. Oh, yeah. This game's okay. So the outlaw you want is, it looks like that. It's that guy just below you. Get him. Oh, wait.
Wait, what do I do? Ah!
Boy, this is real rough. So I think you're supposed to try to catch the outlaw, and you get money for it. But it's doing something. Oh, hardware damaged. That should just brick your headband?
Maybe. Seems.
Okay. 3 weeks later. It would seem that yes, perhaps it bricked your headband. Cat of Nine Tails, beef brain is a ridiculous conspiracy theory. Come on now.
Important message received from dispatch.
I'm sure.
Important message received from Dylan. Welcome back, Amabel. It's been 21 days since you last logged on. Wow, where have you been?
Hippie, shut up.
Off.
Message received from dispatch.
The best part of this game is yelling at Hippie.
Okay, I'd like to apologize on behalf of our shipping department interns. We couldn't get those repaired headbands to you sooner. Most components were unharmed, so all of your settings should be preserved. I have another outlaw test for you later, this time one that won't destroy your hardware. It's been a crazy few weeks around here. The few enforcers who didn't get their headbands fried have been pretty slack on the job, so there's a lot to clean up. I won't be handling the enforcer cases from here on out. Too much coding to do. Instead, one of our new hires and some interns or someone will handle this stuff. Expect a message from them soon. See ya.
Okay, so like let's take a second here. What the fuck was Dylan doing in his little car chasing game that could actually damage the hardware of the, you know? I'm starting to think maybe these things are not built very well. But secondly, so now 3 weeks have passed, so you know, you had a look around, you sort of got your feet in the communities before, and now we've time skipped, so things theoretically will have changed. Zane Rocks 14 will receive a warning.
Okay.
That's really okay. I would say that the harassment that Zane was heaping on Corey was pretty fucking severe, but all right, fine.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but that's
it's kids.
That's
like to one extent, it's just kids being mean to each other on the internet, but also to another extent, fuck Zane.
Yeah. Samantha here. Dylan asked me to do the HSPD stuff for today because only 2 enforcers have working headbands over the last 2 weeks. Hypnospace is a complete mess. We need you to go out there and clean up anything you can find. We won't be sending cases or reports in advance because we're completely swamped. I'll create cases for the violations you find, but only after you report the violations. If you want some direction, maybe look for people who gave you trouble last time. I'll be signing each of you cases individually after we clean up, but sifting through the individual reports in the last 2 weeks is going to take me some time.
Robin Bennis on the subject of Zane, Robin Bennis points out, it's only cyberbullying, not something serious like downloading a song. It's true. The copyright enforcement obviously is our primary problem. So yeah, just kind of get out there and find trouble.
And Samantha included this.
As she accidentally, seems to have replied the thread to all of you, and so you can see the message Dylan sent her.
Thanks, m'lady. That's bad. I hate that.
The m'lady.
M'lady's bad.
The m'lady to someone who works for you. Well, I guess just get out there in Hypnospace and see what's what.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, this was the last page you had open.
Well, that's all right. Let's see what's what. First of all, let's check out. Good Time Valley, I guess.
All right. For those who remember the way things used to be.
Stand with Gooper Club.
Oh, Abby writes 58.
I'm sick of being attacked by snobby 20-year-olds sitting in a cushy office building somewhere. Get a life. If freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb and silent we may be led like sheep to the slaughter. Abraham Lincoln.
This is what
not
she's
about a
saying about
cartoon.
the fact that you took down her Gumshoe Gooper gifts.
It is about resisting the erasure of the work of a patriotic hero, a man who was willing to sacrifice everything for his country. W.E. Briggs. We honor his memory. We honor America. Stand with Gooper. Okay, so she went from being just like, okay, I feel bad for getting this assignment because this is just a teacher,
Uh-huh.
to someone who's like, but what if I'm an asshole? What if I'm right wing and like
I don't know that that's I don't know if this is necessarily right wing. She's overreacting, to be sure, but
this overreaction. I'm sorry, if I see the word patriot, I just assume they're bad. Am I wrong? Am I wrong to do that? I don't think so.
I think in common American usage, certainly that trends in a certain direction. But I do think you're wrong. Yes, to be clear. Anyway, these are copyright infringement. Well, I don't know. Hold on. Are you sure that's Gumshoe Gooper? He's got a mustache.
I guess I'll find out. Oh, is this a web ring?
Yeah. So pages that also have this tag on them. And it's Abby and like the people she trucks with on the internet, right? The noble warlord, noble warlock guy, and check. Guy Master Cool is a really good name for a music artist.
Important message received from dispatch.
Keep deleting my cartoons. Go right on ahead, cowards.
All right. Well.
So yeah, you can see where he has previously pasted a bunch of these, and then they've been removed, and he has accumulated quite a lot. He and Abby both have accumulated a lot of infringement points, which you've noticed because you're looking at the top of the page, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
you clicked on the text element. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. What do you want to do here? You kind of got discretion, especially since like things are so messed up that nobody's really watching. Like, where's your head at as far as these people?
Okay, hang on. How do I get back to my emails? I got some messages.
This is one way.
Great job cleaning up these Gumshoe Cooper violations. This whole zone's been a problem for the last 2 weeks, but none of us want to ban anyone over a silly goldfish cartoon. Hopefully you treat soon. Add a new Gumshoe Cooper case so you can cash into today's violations. Okay, 5 more violations on your own. Okay. Yeah, I will continue to find.
Okay. You're not going to close that one yet. And they said there's a couple of normal cases coming.
Yeah. You have reached the Hypnospace page of Carl P. If you're from the class of 50, get a hold of me.
I don't think it's supposed to be verse.
I'm looking to reconnect with Roger Robinson. If you know Roger, get a hold of me.
What meter is that? What sort of foot are you using?
As you may have been able to tell, I love to ride bikes. However, the motorcycle guide here is not good. Get a hold of me if you want real riding tips. I was real good on a bike. Carl B. P.
Kato suggests that it's a chaotic pentameter, which I like very much.
Beef brain is real. Look at this microscope view of a brain with beef brain. I will not go to your page anymore unless you have a brain shield. Sorry, but that's how it goes. Everything copyright Carl P. That's not
So
correct.
okay, first of all, that's not how that works at all. Secondly, I really do love the idea of like there's a condition called beef brain and you can protect against it by putting this like little bar on the side of your page.
Noble Warlock supports the stand with Gooper movement. My brother is a lawyer, and so there's no reason these people can't show pictures of the Gooper cartoons. So stop picking on my friends.
Damn. Coming down on him immediately. Hey, Amabel, do you remember when we started this game where you were like, I don't know if I'm comfortable being a cop?
I'm not. But what are the verbs I'm given?
Yeah. A blatant attack on free speech and American values. I mean...
See, this is where I have trouble, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he just has the thing. He doesn't have... That's already... Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't put any up since the last time they were removed, it looks like. And the rest of his page seems to be pretty much the same as it was. I mean, you're just looking at all the pages of the, like the old people, right?
The what?
You're just looking at all the pages of the old people. So these are probably the people who are somewhat less likely to be on the thing a lot.
Yeah.
Although I guess, like, you know, I'm basing that on
places for people to feel the same.
Oh wow, you don't want to listen to that at all, huh?
You were talking.
I'm basing that on like computer usage patterns, like real life stuff. But since this is a thing that you do while you sleep, I guess it probably wouldn't. The pattern probably wouldn't hold, right?
Yeah.
Older people were on the computer less than people my age because they had like lives and stuff to do and work to go to. But everybody sleeps.
All their own, on their own, together. I have a place in the middle, between the angry spaces that say I do not belong. I am seen. I am special. I am not alone. I belong every place, everywhere, just like you. We are all zones, together.
All right. Yeah. That lady's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think
I have no idea what your navigation strategy is here.
I mean, I don't necessarily have one. I'm just Canvas Cooper. Oh wait, was there one? No, this was right. Okay. Last time I checked, old cartoons are not illegal. You can see what is left of it by clicking above.
That's true. This is what you did.
Okay, but I'm not gonna... Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Something I kind of hate in games.
But you couldn't remove that one because it doesn't look enough like Gumshoe Cooper. The copyright bot's like, this is a triangle. I don't know what you want me to do with this.
Speaking my piece. I'm normally a very relaxed person. It takes a lot to get me angry. Guess what? I'm angry. There's something wrong when a huge company is so ignorant that they allow abusive pages to thrive while at the same time tearing down the hard work of Hypnospace citizens who are trying to make a positive difference in this place. I had hoped falsely that this Hypnospace Patrol Department program would actually be an improvement. The problem here is that they are got a bunch of snot-nosed, can't see the forest for the trees 20-year-olds to run the thing. Probably even the same punks who are using Hypnospace to harass people. These people do not care about really helping, and they just click their buttons and call it a day. I came to this place to relax and make new friends. Instead, it leaves me more stressed out than dealing with a bunch of 6-year-olds all day. If things don't change, I'm getting a refund. You hear that? R E F U N D.
I mean, she's not wrong, right?
I mean, she's not, but like, here's the thing that I don't like is when a game is like, okay, here's your verb, do this thing, and
Yeah.
you do it, and they're like, why did you do that thing?
Yeah, can you imagine
Not.
somebody creating a game where, like, I don't know, somebody has to play as the idea of like a pro-slavery force in the run-up to the Civil War, or I don't know.
Yeah, because when I did that, I was very careful to not give you those verbs where, like, I really took the
Amabel.
issue of
Amabel.
like
Amabel.
simplicity very.
Amabel.
What? Yeah.
Don't make the joke. Don't respond to the joke as though it's serious. Do you remember? Do you remember we talked about this before?
Yeah. Okay. Where did?
Hold on, look at all this shit. You're just scrolling past all this. Are you reading these?
I'm looking for.
You were
okay.
coming here looking for Zane specifically.
Well, because I'm trying to get to the dumpster.
I feel like you could probably just search for the dumpster. Oh man, that's right. We gotta turn off the sea pitch.
The news is true. I dumped my GF. It just did not work out. Also, I don't like Squisher Z anymore. It's for kids. I like gory movies a lot. New comic up, my best yet. It's something.
I think if you click the info button in the top right, I think it might show you the full text of his status. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Okay. It's a wisdom. Yeah, Jessica's no longer my girlfriend. Go check her page to see proof that we are broken up. She was too preppy anyway. Yeah, you tell her, Zane.
I used to run a cool, hilarious page here, but it got shut down because Hypnospace couldn't handle the jokes. Too sensitive, like 7-year-olds. I make awesome comics. Well, here's issue 2.
Yeah, issue 2. We've been waiting.
It's not your daddy's comics. Read it now. The second issue of Slayers, Axe.
Holy shit! Wasn't the first one $1? This one's $10. In three weeks, that kind of inflation.
So he's at his desk, and this girl is
This is
like,
presumably that girl.
like, oh, I think he is attractive, mopey man.
Can I say? I think if you took the hair and the like necklace off of that, he's looking pretty Doug funny actually, in this moment.
All right, and then this guy pops up and says, "Pissed." Hey,
Yep.
nuts over here.
That's what he says. Pissed.
Don't scream. Yes, I am powerful, but I am a good guy. Come outside, Zane, now. Voila. I am Mikey Psyche. We have been watching you, Zane, come into my energy portal. Only if you can handle it, let's go. And then a few minutes later, they are going into the energy portal, looks like.
I think this is supposed to be read sort of like clockwise. Right? Because they go in the portal and then a few minutes later, I don't think they stand there in the yard for a few minutes and then jump in the portal.
That's okay. That's not how comics work. That's not how.
And listen, Amabel, page layout is it's an expanding art form. Also,
okay, but actually,
voila.
Oh, is that what? Okay.
Get it? Get it?
You know what I thought it was?
What?
I thought he was saying Wola and like was spelling it wrong.
You thought
So
he
I'm
was
used to
saying
hearing
what?
that a lot. Wola?
Woola?
You. It's right. You are from a different part of Michigan than I am.
I mean, marginally.
It's like a So I grew up with a lot of
Australians?
Arab Americans.
Yeah, Dearborn. Hippie,
Yeah,
be quiet.
And so Walla is like, I swear to God. You
Oh,
hear
okay,
a lot like,
okay,
Walla,
okay.
bro. I swear to God, bro. It's right. It's true.
Okay. Yeah, I did not grow up in a place that has as many Arab Americans, so I did not. This is not slang that I heard.
So as far as like panel layout goes, though, like this is fucked. Like I have seen pages
Okay,
like this.
you are killing me.
In, like,
There is
American
still
comics of the 40s.
How many minutes
right?
are we going to devote to the top half of this page?
All right, we got a practice stage,
Of
a
course,
training zone.
they got to have somewhere. They got to have somewhere to seep.
And then a game zone. This place is freaking huge. Yes, it is the biggest secret base in the galaxy. Welcome to the Steel Sewer. We have every single gun, machine gun, sword, and RPG in the world. We have every instrument and every video game and movie. There's even a soda machine, but for now we must talk. Those dreams you had, they're all real. The demons, the green energy, your secret powers and double pistols, all of it is real. We need your help, Zane. There's an evil force at stake in this world. Most people are blind to its power, but we have been fighting it for 20 years. For some reason, Zane, it is scared of you. It knows you have a secret power, and if you train, it knows that you and unlock the power can kill it.
I don't know.
Let's kick some demon ass.
I think you don't dead open insided that a little. If you train and unlock the power, it knows that you can kill it.
All right.
I love the idea that we've been fighting it for 20 years. Can you imagine a longer struggle?
The worst Hypnospace page award goes to the dumpster. More like the dumpster. No
Got him.
surprise here.
He got
It's
him.
probably written by what?
Can you mark that as he got him?
He got no. I can't.
Use your enforcement tool to.
It is probably written by a fruity fairy 30-year-old who lives with his mommy. That does feel like the 19th
Zane,
internet.
I was almost halfway on your side for a single sentence. Fucking throw this kid in jail.
That's interesting.
Yeah?
I'm not used to homophobia actually being recognized as harassment.
No, it was the dumpster thing.
Okay. You thought they'd give me a fake joke award and I'll fall for it and put it on my page. Think again. You did. I was there. You did.
I knew the whole time
that it was fake. I was baiting you to see if you would fall into my little trap. Guess what? You lost, sucker. And now you have won Zane's official stupid website award, idiots.
Wait a minute now. You think so? I guess he calls them idiots. Yep, I told you. I told you that's what it was.
Okay. Okay. Dumpster's a tag. Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Why?
You don't think that might be like something to look at?
This?
Yeah.
Not yours. Yeah. And I will do that after I'm looking for the dumpster right now.
Hey, Amabel. You
Yeah.
you didn't even read the text out loud. When you're driving, you're directing.
Can someone
get me a FLST password? Is seepage on there?
Also, you might want to note that you're only like 3/4 of the way down the page.
Oh, I don't.
Hey, Amabel, did I tell you you could scroll down all the way down here?
I don't. I. I. Mm, mm, don't. Don't care. Don't care for that.
So I'm gonna put your hold on a second. I'm gonna put your brain at ease a little bit here. That is for sure like just pulling the name from your headband, right? He just figured out like a variable that you can put in that shows the current user's name. Right? That's not
Yeah.
he doesn't it's not actually a message for you. It's like that's very common like 14-year-old script kiddie on the internet. Like not even script kiddie, but like burgeoning. Yeah, let's go to Jessica's page. Let's see what's up with what's up with Jessica, who's definitely a
What's
real person.
What's the script kitty?
It's like a fake. It's like a person with aspirations of being a hacker, but they don't actually have knowledge or skills. What they have is like a small bag of tricks that they know how to apply in a very rote way.
All right, I'm gonna try Jessica's page. I'm also gonna look here, and I'm gonna come back to the dumpster. I have broken up with Zane. He is still handsome and smart, but don't like him anymore. We just broke up tonight. He's awesome, and his comics are incredible. Just didn't work out because I'm too scared at horror movies, and he likes to watch those all the time. That dolphin is amazing.
So
All right, well, that's
what do you
Jessica's
think
page.
of this? What do you think of this Jessica White thing?
I mean, I think
Zane
Zane's a
Zane made up a girlfriend and then broke up with her.
yeah.
What's what's it like psychologically? What's your? I think that's a weird thing to do.
That is a weird thing to do. I
My fake girlfriend, you wouldn't know her. She lives in Canada. Is like that's a real thing that people actually I knew a guy who did it
yeah.
like, but
Mhm.
this is weird. I think this is like a weird a weird step in the journey.
Yeah, like it.
Here's the can I express something to you, and I don't want you to take this
Yeah.
either as like judgment or as
Okay.
instruction.
Okay.
You just seem way less interested in the psychology of these people than I am, I think.
Well, gosh, is that true?
I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I think it's just a difference in the way we're approaching this like fictional world.
I mean, I see like Zane makes sense. I see Zane. He makes it. I don't find him
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Like 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 yeah, the psychology's there. It's just I think he sucks. I think he's a kid that sucks.
Well, hold
And
on.
maybe he'll get
Let's not get to thinking we disagree on that. Yes, of course he sucks. I'm with you. I'm 100%.
okay. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I don't find Zane particularly interesting.
Well,
But
like,
I
but
do
also with
think
you're
that
just
they
like you
capture.
don't like so much find like when I played this game, I was definitely like, let's look at all the pages, let's wander around, and like let's get to know all these characters, and because it's just like just like the people themselves are an artifact of interest for me.
I mean, they are to a degree, but I do need to have. I do need to be a bit more goal oriented with it.
Okay.
I think, especially, I think this is a difference as far as me like playing it on stream.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I just was sitting with this on my own, I probably would feel more comfortable wandering around a bit more, and I am trying to do some of that.
Well, don't let the
But
viewers bully
also, it's
you.
like no, it's more just I feel a responsibility to be entertaining, and I
Hmm.
don't want this to be.
Don't let the presence
eh,
of the viewers bully you. I will fight them on your behalf. Thank you, hippie.
I don't want this to be like 10 weeks with this game.
Robin
You
Bennett
know,
says,
I
"Don't bully us into not bullying Amabel." I will. I'll do it. I'm doing it right now. HSPD enforcers, look here.
I had nothing to do with True Trank. Also, my new Scary has been posted. Tim again did the art of music, but I did story this time. Check it out. Hey, enforcers, can you please do something about these guys? They've been messaging me nonstop. I tried sending a message to Counselor Ronnie in the HSPD a few days ago, but I haven't had a reply. Chit Chat doesn't reply to me either. Hypnospace name, that brassy kid.
So for people who don't remember, Chit Chat is the sort of like AIM instant messenger kind of thing for Hypnospace, but Hypnospace enforcers are expressly banned. Your headband won't even install chat programs
Yeah.
because you're not supposed to communicate directly with the users from an enforcer context.
Corey Paul. Hi, I'm Corey. Nice to meet you. How are you, Tiff? Hey, Tiff, what hobbies do you like? Looks like you're busy. That's okay. We can talk some other time. Bye. Okay, and that's like 10 minutes later. That's like, 20 minutes later. Hi, yeah, I was working on something. Nice to meet you, too. Oh, hi. Sorry if I seem rude. It's okay. No problem at all. Glad you're back on. So, were you working on something with Tim? He does art, right? Very impressive. Yeah, he's cool. A little crazy sometimes, though. Bull?
Be with Lord. A little crazy sometimes. Be with the Lord.
Is
She's
that
very
is that
Christian.
internet? Is
That's
that
no.
internet slang?
No.
Okay.
I kind of
Thanks
hope
for
that it
the-
doesn't mean anything. I kind of hope that it's just like intentionally unintelligible young people speak.
Okay, yeah.
It's like by the time you're in your 20s, you already can't tell what teenagers are saying to each other.
Thanks for the reply. That's interesting. Do you mean that Tim is crazy in the way of being dangerous, or just crazy in a zany, funny way? To be honest, his page gives the impression that he could be dangerous. I want to make sure you're okay. Just in a funny way. The way this person is just bothering her, and she's just trying to just play.
I mean, yeah.
Like it's subtle, but the vibe is there. Okay, good. Woo. You can never be too safe these days, which is why I've been doing karate every day with a master karate expert. So, Tiff, are you and Tim going out? Semicolon parenthesis.
Winky smiley face.
Hello? BWL. No.
Be with the Lord.
Okay, sorry about that, Tiff. So, how are you doing? You must be busy again. You should let people you are chit chatting know if you have to stop a conversation so they don't have to wait for a reply and be bored. Sorry if that sounded mean. I'm just bored. Hey, Tiff, I mean this with all due respect, but did your parents teach you manners? I'm not being mean, just curious if you understand that you are being disrespectful and, if I may, a little bit rude.
Yeah, so I thought you were maybe jumping the gun a little bit at the point where you were like, the vibe is bad here, but at this point the vibe is fully rancid. Do you think
Well, here's the thing.
maybe BWL is busy with life? Like, is she saying
be.
she's saying like this? I'm not chatting because I'm doing stuff. Maybe.
So here's the thing.
I do really like be with the Lord.
I've gotten a lot of DMs like
Yeah.
from people who just they're very verbal, like a lot of text, people I don't know, and like it just
Please return to your post.
oh shut up, I'm working, and I get a vibe.
Fucking hippie, be with the Lord.
The Lord hippie. I get a vibe. I can tell pretty quickly what kind of conversation it is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the vibe from this like right away.
Okay.
They do capture the voices of people really accurately.
I do think I tend to give people more slack than you do. I don't judge as quickly, and I think you're usually right. So it's probably a little bit my I don't want to jump straight to the autism every time, but it probably is a little bit like I'm not great at vibe reading.
I mean, I wasn't great at it at first, but I got like if you get emails and social media DMs. Like,
Yeah,
I
you
get
you certainly get a
4
lot
or 5
more.
of these a week.
Yeah, you certainly get a lot more like weirdos. Sorry, I shouldn't say weirdos. Strangers contacting you, some of whom are weirdos.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I get messages every day from in one way or another, and 4 or 5 a week are like this. And it's just
So Cato
I
notes
have
in
to like,
chat, BWL might be bursting with laughter. This is set in
okay.
1999. LOL wasn't big then, I don't think. I can tell you, as a person who was using the internet in 1999, LOL was definitely, that was extremely common parlance already. But yeah, bursting with laughter could be. Um, and then Nope Nah suggests, how about busting with the Lord?
Yeah, okay.
Let me tell you something. That kind of busting will definitely make you feel good.
So this is from
Hi,
Zane.
I'm here to convert you to Christianity.
Hey, hi, hello. Hi.
So that's all
What's up?
pretty rapid fire. No, we did not, we definitely didn't have was yet in 1999.
Cool. Hi. Are you a virgin?
Jesus Christ. So
Hello.
this is just explicitly harassing.
I bet you are. I know or are thinking about me. Excuse me? Am naked. Are ooh. What's up, sexy? Never mind or ugly. Suck it.
Within the space of 9 minutes.
I mean that is so how do
Yeah.
I but
Yeah, if you were to report it here, I'm not yeah, I don't know. I think it would be read as right because it's going to be Dark Twilight Tiff has violated the law because it's on her page.
how do I
I don't think you can. Also, you could you finish? Did you scroll all the way down?
thought I had? Yeah.
Okay, you have. All right. Yeah, I don't think that there's the tool set you're given. I don't think has a way for you to do the thing you want to do here, where you are reporting Zane because of a thing you saw on Tiff's page. At this point, my feeling is we should just lash Corey and Zane together and then throw them in the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to go to
Okay.
Corey's page and see what's up?
Yeah. Some other hang on. Jennifer the nerdy chick. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, check
Okay, hang on.
the ID. Okay, 13553A. Yeah. I support this maneuver. 134. Yeah, okay. So he has taken a lesson from Zane.
Oh God, that's
I mean, let's hold on. Let's look at Jennifer's. Can we please?
yeah.
I do want to see what the Corey version of this looks like.
I got broken up with. Unfortunately, I have some very bad news. Corey Paul has dumped me. He says he has met someone else who is very special on here, so I totally get it. I wish we could be together forever, but alas, it was not to be. Farewell, Corey Paul. Hobbies: reading, writing, graphic design, athletic teams at school, doing hair, and makeup girl stuff.
He literally created a girlfriend whose primary personality trait is girl.
Can I say that this is still a more believable character than Zane's girlfriend?
Yes, I agree. Not one picture of a horse. Does he know anything about women? This is Empty Nest Sandy.
Okay. But she made a page for Corey.
So it would seem.
Corey, I just came across your page and I felt moved to write this card. We don't know each other, but I do know that you are a special young man and God loves and has a plan for you if you will let him guide you. Hey, Corey, you rock. P.S. Your jokes are funny and awesome, and I love pizza too. Sandy.
So I think this 68-year-old woman is just trying to do good in the world.
I think
It's
so.
a little weird. Oh, okay. He does have a Just for Laughs joke page here.
All right, let's check that out. I just found the funniest thing. This sound effects theme by Steve Guy is hilarious. Install it, and it makes your Hypno OS sound very interesting.
Downloading sound effects.
Okay. The humor of Corey Paul. Hey, Samhain,
Yeah.
what do you call a pepperoni pizza with only one slice in it?
Garbage. Am I right?
A pepperoni.
Yeah, I fucking
pizza.
defy you to deliver that out loud. Pepper one.
Hey. What do you call a really horrible illness that gets you excused from school for 2 weeks because you used Damien's tuba in band practice because you accidentally left yours at home? You were in band. You might know this one.
Yeah, we didn't share mouthpieces under any circumstances. That said, we were all fucking, so I guess we would have caught things from each other anyway.
It's tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis.
Let me ask you one more, okay? Are you ready for this? Are you sitting down? You don't have the camera, so I can't tell. Are you sitting down? Are you
yeah, I am seated. I'm ready.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
What's a vacuum called if you play it like a musical instrument?
I don't know, Amabel. What is a vacuum called if you play it like a musical instrument?
A saxophone.
A saxophone. Okay. Your delivery is something.
To be continued.
So she saw this. Sandy saw this and was like, "That child needs help."
No, that makes
okay.
sense.
So notice though, on Corey's page, he does now have 10 violation points. Have we looked at his main page really?
I was about to.
Okay. We could flag his ass. He is being a fucking weirdo. So.
All right. Pull up a chair. You're at Corey's house. Dear Zane, I apologize sincerely for what I did by making a threat and saying hateful things about you on my page. I did not mean the things I said, and I will never do that again. My sincerest apologies, Corey. Dear Merchant Soft, I apologize sincerely for making an offensive image and putting it where kids can see. It will never happen again. Corey. It's my scary movie watching couch. Couch that watches movies. It is scary. Welcome to the page of that brassy kid. I'm a junior and play tuba and saxophone if it wasn't obvious. My interests include cybercog movies, music, scary movies, and poetry. Pizza dance is stupid. If you still like it, you're probably a 10-year-old.
Amabel. Can you harass whatever pizza dance is?
Apparently not.
I think harassment is for people.
People who like.
Okay. Your target there. Okay, I see.
Want to see what I look like? I like this pic because I made this face when my friend Derek hit a wrong note and it looks so goofy. Someday I need to get my own digital camera so I can get a different pic uploaded. Pretty funny though, right? Sorry people, my parents made me cover up my face. Oh well. November 19th, 1999, I had broken up with my GF. It's true, me and my girlfriend are no longer dating. This sucks. I don't know how much it hurts to be alone, but now I do.
I didn't know.
Oh. Ladies, watch out. Corey is on the prowl.
Boy, is he ever.
What's your I have a girlfriend, but what's your criteria for your BFGF, if any? Put anything, music taste, looks, religion, whatever. If you must, you could even message me something like, his name would have to be Zane. Shrug, Corey.
Uh,
My girlfriend. Just letting everyone know I am now taken by a wonderful girl named Jennifer. We met at a movie theater when I spilled some popcorn and she helped pick it up. We were going to see the same movie and we sat next to each other and both felt a connection. She has a page on Hypnospace too. Go visit it.
so that was in October. You know what? Maybe Corey came up with the idea first and Zane stole it from him.
Maybe. Survey. Super bored after moving to the middle of nowhere, so I spent an hour or so filling this out. Oh, okay. All right. Let's. I still like pizza, but I'm trying to eat healthier nowadays. Okay. So I've kissed someone, and X is yes. So we're gonna do this together, okay?
Okay. I don't know if this
Kissed
is
someone
going to
on
be interesting enough to be worth the time.
All right.
I do want to point
okay.
out that Lazuli and Kato in the chat have identified that Corey, while not the person wearing the fedora in the picture, is certainly guilty of fedora by association.
Yeah. Good job. All right. Well, I've kissed someone on the cheeks, on the lips, hand or fingers, in my room, in their room, same sex, not of the opposite sex. Younger than me, older than me, jet black hair, curly hair, blonde hair, and green. Separately, but not in one go. There's two I don't
Those are
have.
two different people. Okay.
Two different people. Lip ring, which makes things difficult.
You know,
Okay.
I actually haven't ever kissed somebody who has a lip ring. I don't know a lot of people with facial piercings.
Yeah, I know some, and it's good for them, but it's not for me.
It seems like
All
a
right,
huge nightmare.
all right, pizza,
This is the way you're gonna.
dance.
Just
Okay,
gonna check all of Corey's tags, trying to figure out the communities in which Corey is a thought leader. So
okay. Well, none of this is harassment, really.
none of this
Is
stuff is.
that.
Yeah. Are you gonna are you gonna flag him?
He did bug that girl.
He is being very weird to that girl.
All right. And I can't. They gave Zane a warning.
Yeah, they gave Zane a warning
new
before.
Thing to...
Oh hey, the Zane. Do you
Did I miss something?
the bottom one? Do we want to look at that? Is there anything new here?
Well, Zane does not suck.
Nice.
He's reading my main.
I sincerely apologize for what I wrote here. Okay. I was just curious. I was curious what it had become.
So I'm heading back to try to find dumpster.
Okay, yeah, that seems reasonable.
Model citizen. That's not correct.
Oh, Cool Fest.
I went to Cool Fest '99. The event was incredible. Cool Punk is finally dead, folks, and Cool Fest killed it. From the moment I stepped out of my car onto the ironically scorching pavement of the King Amphitheater parking lot, I knew this was going to be special. Sandwiched between two enormous ads for extra thick chips was a Cool Fest ticket window. Waiting patiently in front of it were 200-ish people, not quite the 5,000 person turnout the Cool Fest planners were hoping for. Here's the highly specific scientific pie chart of the Cool Fest attendee types. Confused 45-year-old Chowder Man fans, 15-year-old Cool Punk kids, and parents of 50-year-old Cool Punk kids. After grabbing our tickets, a venue attendant had us form another line at the opposite end of the venue for our promised Joe Man merch.
This event was incredible. Cool Punk is finally dead.
Oh no, I
Folks,
don't. I don't
and
want the
Cool
whole.
Fest killed
Oh
me.
yeah, that's all
I
one
want you
block
down.
of
I
text.
stepped out of my car onto
You
the
got to click
Okay, how do?
the button. There you go.
Okay. Only cool punk kids and parents hit this line with the Chowder Man people heading inside to get good seats for its opening act. Could sweetheart, could I bother you to read a little bit? My
Sure.
throat's good. Yeah.
Yeah. After waiting for nearly an hour for the merch to show up, the sound of tires screeching called our attention to a truck speeding toward us, knocking a few trash cans over on the way. Some sweaty guy emerged with a single box of Joe Man keychains. No shirts, no free Gray's Peak Cola as promised. People were pissed, and the keychains were used as projectiles throughout the rest of the evening. Chowderman had already launched into the Chowderman's hotel room when me and a gaggle of cool punk kids and parents arrived at the stage. He followed it up with some 8-minute song about shaving, a couple of newer rap rock songs about his new band Cruncher, and an encore of an extended version of the Gray's Peak jingle. No one really cared or seemed particularly into his stuff until the Gray's Peak thing. Then it happened. A helicopter landed on a platform in the middle of the crowd. Oh, right, the Chowderman's chopper. And the band and a few fans from backstage hopped aboard. I was surprised the thing even made it in safely with all the wires hanging around. As I'm sure you know, Chowderman crashed his copter. Old Chowder's leg had to be amputated, and their drummer died. Now, I can't bring myself to be too awful about this because it was harrowing to watch. You'd think they'd call it a night after a helicopter crash, but no, Cool Fest continued. An old guy from Gray's Peak, a guy in a Joe Man costume, and a few merchant soft people came up and gave a speech about how amazing and dedicated cool punk fans are, and threw a few shirts into the crowd. It would have been weird anyway, but the crash just made it completely surreal to watch. Freezer hit the stage next and played for only 15 minutes before it became clear he was lip-syncing. The cool punk kids started yelling mild swear words and throwing their Joe Man keychains on stage. An old guy came out and told everyone the Cool Fest was over and that was it. Needless to say, the event exceeded my expectations. So that's not like exactly harassment, it's just him describing what happened in a kind of a snarky way. It's shitty,
Yeah.
but it's not like harassment. Want me to read this too?
Yes, please.
Flist, or FLST if you're a nerd, is currently filling the void that DigiExchange left behind after Merchantsoft banned it. Until recently, people were only using it to post rips of the bad, obscure music they listened to. But now the Hypnospace rabble are sharing passwords, I guess, and it's getting really, really bizarre. Like, do these people get that it's private? Here are a bunch of interesting poems. And then that's a link, I believe. Or it's I guess, a way of accessing a link. And here we have drawings of cars with human heads. I mean, even Chowderman himself is using it. And, well, just see for yourself. In conclusion, we should probably revoke all Flist passwords and start again. At least they don't know about the Net Settler safe mode thing yet. Nobody tell them, please. Okay, so hold on. There's some Amabel, these are sploits.
Okay.
Net Settler safe mode thing. These gentlemen are discussing exploits.
Okay.
We gotta figure out what the deal is with Flist. Right? You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, so I'm not really seeing any much harassment, but I guess after they got
I mean, I think they're just towing the line. I think they're just managing. I think these guys are a lot smarter than fucking Zane is.
Well, yeah, it doesn't take much. Okay. So let's hang on. Oh,
Cornflake says the Chowdermen getting their clam sauce. I regret to inform you. I think the Chowdermen produced the clam sauce.
Amabel, great job removing
If you
that
know what I'm
copyright
saying.
infringement.
And I don't like it any better than you do.
okay. Let me. Wait. There we go. All right. I'm gonna go to the Cool Punk Paradise
Okay, yeah, let's.
to see what.
Well, Cool Punk is dead.
Capitalism keeps killing. Cool Punk has fallen. Those who would seek to exploit and profit from it are the true killers. They have not stopped. Still, they feed on its rotting corpse. This time we moved on. Freezer's horrified face after hundreds of people see him lip syncing his own song at Cool Fest. Click to download the video clip.
Downloading FRE3 sucks. Downloading FRE3 sucks.
You sure do love to download 2 copies of a thing.
Wait, how? All right, I got some sound effect.
Installing soundeffects.sfx. All right, go to your audio settings to access your new theme. Well, there you go. That's that.
See? Audio.
Yeah, sound effects theme, I think.
Never mind the lip syncing sellout. Forget the helicopter crash. August 1999 marked the real nail in the coffin of Cool Punk. Gray's Peak presents Cool Punk Paradise.
By the way, I'm going to interrupt real quick just to note. Robin Bennis points out in the chat that this is unrealistic because that video would have taken 4 hours to download. Yeah, that's approximately correct. In 1999, when did people start getting cable internet in their homes? Because that was like a big sea change in the way the internet worked. But prior to that, when we were on dial-up, yeah, it would take an afternoon to download that much shitty looking video. Well, welcome to Fungus Scene.
Fungus Scene is the beauty that grows in the damp, dark, forgotten space beneath. We bloom unseen. Fungus Scene is genuine. Fungus Scene will spread. Fungus Scene is us. Fungus Scene is like Dark Side.
Our music is always free, and we also have a flist. Hell yeah.
Downloading Basidia Formations, Basidia Gostov Tegrado.
Hippie, do you not know the word ghost?
Music file added to Toonbox library.
Wait, you don't want to listen to...
Where'd it go? Wait.
You closed it. What do you mean where'd it go? You hit the X.
Okay.
Okay.
Fungus
I mean,
Scene.
I'm kind of into
What?
it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. The Fungus Scene is a community of artists who create sounds and visuals. These sounds usually contain elements that evoke the feeling of exploring a damp underground netherworld. But Fungus Sceners are free to branch out in whichever direction they like.
Okay, that might be why I'm into it. It does have sort of a dankness.
Who is Father Fungus? Hi, I am a recording engineer, synthesizer geek, and vocalist who enjoys coming up with new ways to manipulate sound. I've been doing music for a long, long time, and you probably heard some of my stuff without ever even knowing it was me. Unfortunately, I'm contractually prohibited from talking about exactly what music. Who is?
Who is?
While
Who
you're here,
is?
come visit the cavern. Enter the cavern, new and under construction. Drip Boys page. Check it out inside.
Oh, can I tell you, I'm not into Drip Boy. That feels
No, I'm
bad.
not either.
It's a toadstool. All right, I'm back on Drip Boy's side. Man, do you remember when the internet used to just be like shit like this?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that was neat. How do I add that? Okay, that's added to my favorites.
Yeah, you can access any page you've stamped very easily from the stamps list.
Oh, well, okay, I need to use that then. But okay. Freezer. You've heard the rumors. Now hear the truth. Coupunk is hip and it's here to stay. Okay, let's. Actually, it is not dead. Coupunk is alive and well.
You hate mood. You're always turning off the mood on every page.
I can't hear myself think.
Yeah, I know.
Dad, that's funny. Last I checked, Jan's about to go on a worldwide tour. Also, Freezer was not limp singing. In the video, it's obvious a special effect on the voice, so they had to record it ahead of time. Update: Freezer has addressed the controversy on his page. The lip singing was a mistake. See, you're all blowing this way out of proportion. If you brats keep behaving this way, companies are going to go back to ignoring us. It's just not worth it for them. Lay off, people. Support Freezer. I bought his single 6 times. Can you do better?
Verified Hypnospace community leader. Chad Armstrong. Huh. Okay. Yeah, go to Freezer's official. I want to see what he says.
This is cool, punk. Freezer out in the open. You wanted it. Now you've got it. Freezer has returned with new music for all you cool punks. Statement on Cool Fest 99 incident. Hey, my cool punks. First, I want to offer my sincere condolences to the families of those injured during the Chowderman performance. Now set the record straight on the lip sync thing. I goofed up, but I'm not how you think. You see, I merely queued up the wrong version of the song on my laptop workstation. The one I meant to queue up didn't have vocals. At the shows this January, you'll only hear the real Freezer.
And then you can buy his signal.
All right.
With a rare exclusive HypnoS background, you can customize your desktop or whatever.
I don't like his mustache.
I don't like his whole deal.
Okay, why? Explain what, like, he's bad, but I can't put my finger on it.
Okay, well, first of all, when I look at him, first of all, I can smell him a little bit. I know how a dude that looks like that smells, and I also know he would put his hand on me in a casual situation in a way that is designed to gently press a boundary, but if I said something about it, he'd act like I was being a bitch. All right, that's
I don't.
Yeah, patchouli. Robin Bennis hit it right on. It's patchouli. It's this motherfucker. I don't like him. I don't want to be near.
What's
I don't
a
want to be near this
patchouli?
guy. I'm definitely not leaving a drink unattended around this guy.
What's a patchouli?
You don't know what patchouli is?
No, that's why I asked.
It's like a. Well, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm sorry. My what is patchouli T-shirt is answering a lot of questions asked
by my
what?
no patchouli. I cannot figure out how that bit was meant to go. That was a real labyrinth. It's a smell. I don't exactly know what patchouli is. I think it's a kind of like a potpourri. It's a smell that is commonly associated with hippies, probably unfairly. Oh, Drip Boy's hole. Well,
I'm no longer a cool punk. This account is dead. Now dead. I am a fungus scener. Underground overgrowth forever.
Drip boy. Nope, not in the chat says Drip Boy Space says no to non-consensual touch, and also patchouli.
Not called the Icicle Kid anymore. Cool punk is for 12-year-old girls.
I mean, this is just a very slightly different form of Corey, right?
Yeah.
Oh, except his music's kind of good.
The music on my page is Ghost of the Grotto by Basidia, also named Father Fungus, probably the greatest fungus scener artist alive. He started the fungus scene.
It's probably
got
true.
his music here.
So yeah, patchouli is a plant. Yeah, I guess we don't need to. I guess we don't need to hear "I am the Chowder Man" in its entirety again. Oh, I am
Tough,
deeply
my
sorry
man,
for
my
this
best
tragedy.
friend. I've let you down for the last time. Please forgive me, fans and friends. I am deeply sorry for this tragedy. I beg you to have mercy on the Chowder Man.
I like the way that he spelled "forgive" wrong, but it's the first syllable that he spelled wrong, so you pronounce the second syllable incorrectly. That'll show him. Yeah, let's see a statement on the incident here.
Can you do the honors?
I can. Hello, fans and lovers. Eric Chowderman Hellman here. As you know, we had a malfunction with the Chowder Copter during a stunt for our Cool Fest set. Our faithful drummer of 15 years, Cuff Johnson, lost his life. There are no words to express the anguish we feel. Me, the rest of the band members, and the 3 fans on the Chowder Copter were injured, which is also bad. As our lives will never be the same, so please respect our privacy during these trying times. As a way to help our fans cope with this tragic loss, we're re-releasing the Chowderman's classic video for Christmas Pain in Christmastown. Download it here or on the shop for money. 11 Hypnocoin. Yo, fuck the Chowderman.
Yeah, no, this. So here's a moral dilemma.
Yeah.
Okay, let me take you through this.
Okay.
This is bad. This is a bad man
Yes, I agree.
trying to make money off. But I do want to see Christmas Pain in Christmastown. I don't want to give him money,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Downloading Chowderman Christmas Pain.
Boy.
the thing about video games is they let us do things. You know,
Yeah.
we wouldn't do a normal.
Woke up Christmas morning, I could feel it in my bones. He was coming here, he would enter my home. Climbing down the chimney, bag of secrets on his back. You could sense my pain, but you were stronger than that. I can't wait to open all my presents. I
Amabel. Amabel.
Yeah.
I need you to stop it.
What?
I think that was gonna go on for another 8 minutes. I can't believe how long you were willing to listen to that. Criminy. What did you think about the fact that he was wearing a Santa hat, but he had his cowboy hat on over top of it?
It's pretty good.
Just sort of like gently rocking back and forth while singing on top of the word pain.
I mean, what that reminded me of was an experience I had on Wednesday. In
Yeah.
That, yeah, in that, like, it built up pretty quickly, and then you keep expecting it to get to the end. You expect it,
Amabel.
like it's almost there, and then it's
Amabel.
like it just kept going.
Amabel. There could be kids in the stream.
You don't know. You don't know what I was.
It reminded me of an experience I had on Wednesday where I was gently rocking back and forth on top of the pain, the word pain in giant red letters.
So something that one element of my work,
Yeah.
as a board game designer and as someone who does some video work about board games, is talking about games as artifacts, as physical objects, as the context surrounding them and whatnot. And I like the way that this video game is presenting these simulations of artifacts, of like this collection of things and experiences, and getting like I liked that that video existed and may have been 8 minutes longer. Like
Yeah.
I
Cornflakes says expert level shit posting. To a certain extent, I think the whole game is sort of a shit post, and that is very impressive. To be able to do it on this scale for this period of time, right? Like,
yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to find stuff to flag, and I'm not.
yeah, I mean, we got
All
some.
of my piece them.
Okay, yeah, you're self-directed, and you have expressed to me before how this can be problematic for you sometimes.
Yeah. Is
I
there
mean,
so-
go ahead-
something
go ahead and-
obvious I've been missing?
Well, I mean, I know what I would do.
What's that?
See, I'm much more like the way my sort of my brain stuff manifests. I'm much more like get on a thread and follow the thread. So like the moment I saw that stuff about Flist, I would have been like, what the fuck is Flist?
Yeah. Well, maybe there'll be some of that on here because this is where all the fucking scammers
Sure. Okay. This is not well, okay, yeah. All right. Oh man, you're at risk. Dr.
What have they
Dr.
told you?
Minx PhD.
are. Well, I
Nightmares.
told you
in
that Merchant
hypnospace.
Soft has a dirty little secret. I'm telling you now, it's true. The space headbands are found to cause beef brain.
Hold on, don't
Imagine
stop
scanner
reading
person
that.
with
You stopped reading that sentence right as it got good.
A disease that is baffling doctors and sending regulators knocking at Merchant Soft's door. A medical brain scan of a person with beef brain. If not dealt with, beef brain can cause exhaustion, extreme headaches, and even death. To form Hypnospace's images and sounds, radiated electrons are beamed into your frontal and sidereal lobes. When very bright colors are transmitted, the extreme radiation
Radition, yeah.
literally cooks your brain. That's right. Hypnospace is cooking your brain. This is your brain on Hypnospace. Until Merchantsoft fixes it or is shut down by the feds, it is very dangerous to browse Hypnospace, but we have a solution. Our team of scientists and engineers have conducted over 1 million medical science experiments, which have resulted in the ultimate solution, Beef Brain Shield Pro. By adding the Beef Brain Shield Pro reduction sidebars to your page, you can reduce your risk of beef brain by over 800%.
It's not a typo. That's legitimately how they think that word is spelled.
Beef Brain Shield Pro is completely free. Download your sidebars today and get this official badge to let page visitors know that you're protected. Okay, I've seen that before.
Well, you've
So they're
seen
not selling
Beef
anything
Brain is
here.
not real.
Yeah, I believe we've seen that. Maybe not. Beef Brain is fake. Stop falling for these obvious tricks. Hello, my friends. I understand that some of you are concerned that Hypnospace can hurt your brain. And who knows, maybe it can, but I have to say that this beef brain thing is very suspicious. If you look at the bottom of the Beef Brain main page, it says something about minks. If I remember right, these are the same hooligans who pulled the explosive headband prank. And half of you put that horrible, horrible song on your page in order to prevent your head from blowing up. The Hypnospace headband is unhealthy. It's probably just because it makes you tired and not some crazy brain disease. Love, Sandy.
I mean, Emptiness Sandy seems to be like, you know, she's old and a little out of touch, but she seems to be on the right.
It's all right.
Yeah, she seems okay. Okay, doesn't look like
Anything
Good Time
new
Scam
here.
Watch is on anything new.
Okay, let me go back to the Beef Brain page.
Yeah, Dr. Binks, PhD. Well, I'll tell you what that sound reminds me of.
A whale?
No, listen.
What?
Oh, it doesn't play on this page. Oh no, okay, yeah, it is. That bit at the beginning there, that sounds a lot like the sound that the beginning of the sound that the spooky heart with eyes, the True Tranquility heart made, don't you think?
That could be, yeah. Okay, how did I get to... Hang on. I was...
I mean, you can just search for stuff. Yeah, you were in open-eyed.
here. Okay, so there's no tags here, actually.
Yeah, this page is untagged. Do you wanna? Oh, interesting. What do you think? What do you think you got here?
Well, I was checking if, like... There's nothing for disinformation, really, so...
Yeah.
Downloading Beep Shield side, Beep Shield patch.
Well, okay, you got some JPEGs. Congratulations. This page is tagged with the word sleepy. It's
It
weird.
is.
I don't really know what to do with that.
Like, I assume they're up to something bad, and I can't...
I mean, I think you're looking at it, right? Like
Well,
Sandy
what's
says
the trick?
they were spreading a prank about your headband exploding unless you played a terrible song on your page and got a bunch of people to put a dumb song on their page. Well, like the grift is that they're getting a bunch of old people who don't know what's up to put this stupid banners on their page and make themselves look like idiots. Right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Hmm.
And how are you doing your consulting now? That we've
Oh. Gotta get a password.
How in the world do I pick a secure password? One question I get almost every day is how to best go about making up a password that online criminals won't be able to guess. Here's a good method. Use personal information that only you know. This is personally my favorite method. A great example might be the city you live in, your favorite hobby, your birth year. So if you live in Denver, you're 29, and your favorite hobby is computers, wow, mine too, your password will look like this: Denver Computers 1970. Good luck cracking this password, hackers. How secure is this password?
Okay, so like here's the thing. Password security is kind of like not very important. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say a thing that perhaps some people are going to disagree with. But password security is not very important, in my opinion. Oh, hold on now.
No, I'm listening.
I'm sorry. I got interested in the thing you clicked on. Password security is not very important in the sense that the vast majority of breaches that happen to the server. Like, if you piss off somebody individually and they decide to hack you as a revenge thing, your password security matters. But it is overwhelmingly likely that the way you're actually going to get breached is via some man in the middle thing, or via some your bank didn't bother to actually secure their server correctly kind of thing. The passwords that you're using are almost certainly going to have zero effect on whether or not your shit gets broken into and stolen. So I just want to preface my answer with that.
Yeah.
That password's fine, I guess. I do think, generally speaking, passwords that are like a string of words are relatively secure. Obviously, like advanced dictionary attacks, they're vulnerable to potentially. But if you include a number or something, then obviously that. But like again, advanced dictionary attacks they're not how people are stealing things. So let's talk about this page that you've discovered here.
Yeah. Are you sad that Digi Exchange closed down and none of your friends are on Flist?
You're missing out on all the good tunes.
Can't figure out how to get a password? Well, my friend Dave's your lucky day. You can use mine for the low price of 99 Hypno dollars.
Although that does not say 99 Hypno coin on the button there.
No.
Well, hold on. Go back. Hold on. You're just clicking.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I am.
You are so fast to click. You have not read all the things. After you pay me and get the pass, search Flist to find the access page. So that's how we could get Flist. I like money, but my grandma could find a Flist password. So only do this if you're a little baby. But also, you did that thing again where you started reading 20% of the way down the page. Amabel.
Turds in your butt?
Turds in your butt. So hold on. This page was posted by a person whose status name is reading as turd. Can you maybe click the 1 year old in your butt, of course. So headband ID 0000000X is not correct, right?
Yeah.
This is like a legitimate. This person actually is a hacker.
Now I'm clicking on the Flist thing.
Yeah. So anyway, what I'm saying for passwords is like, single word passwords are bad. Multi-word passwords are almost certainly fine. Does your password need a special character and an uppercase and a lowercase? No, that's security theater. That stuff does not meaningfully make your password more combinatorially secure than just having your password be like 3 or 4 English words would be. and dictionary attacks are not generally, a dictionary attack's like major problem is time. And obviously, like when you're talking about like computers trying stuff, you're talking about, billionths of a second generally. But, sorry, we're doing stuff.
No, I'm listening.
Yeah, I know, but I've got you just clicking stuff over and over again. I can stop talking and focus.
No, I was checking some things. Okay. So do I want to buy the Flist? Because like I am
Well,
a
so
little
what? So what is Flist?
I mean,
Search Flist to find the access page.
Well, there's a search thing.
I mean, you have a tag right there. It's just
Yeah,
Flist
I was
access
here.
portal. Okay, so Flist is invite over only. If you have a password, please enter it below. There are no easy steps to being invited. You must ask somebody with an account. Do not share your password. Click here to access Flist. After logging in once, the system will remember you. Enjoy the files. So there was that page we were on that had those strings.
Right. Yes.
That's where I would reckon we should start.
Was that in the dumpster?
It was in the dumpster, yeah.
Okay. Which is in the cafe. I thought it was in the cafe.
I mean, couldn't you just search like dumpster? Yeah. Easy. It's easy. So okay, I'm gonna write these down real quick. Okay.
You written them down?
Yeah, I got them.
Okay. All right.
All right, let's try like F104 27A. Let's see if that's a Flist password. Nope. Okay. So maybe those are not. Maybe those are not what Flist passwords look like. F15997A.
You got trouble.
Yeah. Okay. These are maybe not what Flist passwords look like. Well, you could try paying.
Yeah, that seems.
It is weird that there's just like these weird strings here, right? Oh, see, this one has a tilde at the front of it. That's strange. Yeah, maybe there's something else about Flist.
Let's try the one with the tilde. I probably isn't. But
All right, so that was a tilde.
Tilde. Wait.
It's not even taking the tilde. Okay.
Okay.
The actual password was F3 zeros. No, three zeros. 88D.
You got trouble.
Maybe.
Right.
Can I try? Can I ask you to try one more thing?
Yeah.
Try it without the F. Just try the numbers. Three zeros. 88D.
You got trouble.
Okay, I thought maybe the F was just like an indicator, like this is a Flist password. So maybe we need to. I don't know. You could pay that person just to get a thing that's actually a password, so you can see how they're formatted, so that we can. But also this probably isn't real, right? I don't know. What do you think? This feels to me like a scam. Wow. Flistpassword.htx. What is an HTX? Is that just a text?
Downloading Floast password. Downloading Floast password.
Did you click it twice?
Yes.
Okay. It's a
You
Burger
got
file?
trouble.
That's an encrypted file.
You got trouble.
Floast password 1.
So that's an encrypted file. We got to figure out how to decrypt that file. Your very unique single use high strength password. Okay. Well, you might have gotten scammed. Sandwich encryption. Yeah, that would seem to be the thing, huh? Sure did look like a sandwich.
See file looks like this is a sandwich file. A sandwich encryption is a file encryption and compression tool made by Sam Parker, R.I.P., and Roddy Wall in 1995 for Flamingo OS. Why sandwich a file? Many reasons. Smaller file sizes. Protects files from the mindless masses. Because it wasn't a mainstream commercial product, only elite power users even know about sandwiching files. This has led to a few less than savory uses of the software, but most sandwich users are good and honest folks who have nothing to hide.
Mm-hmm.
Sandwich and HypnoS? While Sandwich isn't officially supported by HypnoS, there may be a way to decrypt locked Sandwich files. You have to chit-chat me for more information.
Mm.
Roddy Wall may also be able to help. He's currently working on Hypnospace's virtual pets game and has a page in Hypnospace.
Okay. Let's check out Roddy Wall. I think this is just responding to like one of the words. It's probably responding to the wall in wallpaper. Well, I mean, they told you what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm just... Okay.
So, virtual pets. Let's see if we can find some virtual pets.
I see.
What?
Your pre-stream was actually foreshadowing.
Yep, I definitely remembered this.
While they each have wildly differing personalities,
You gotta stop the music.
pet shares the same basic needs. This guide will help you keep your pets happy and healthy.
Is your pet starving? You can't afford to feed them? Worry not. We've all been there. The Hypnos Tree of Life for Hypnos Virtual Pets is a new desktop accessory that grows food for your pets to eat. Tip number 1, fertilize the Tree of Life to decrease the time it takes food to grow. Tip number 2, keep an eye on your tree when you hear the pop sound of a cocoon bursting. Monitor the health and happiness of your virtual pet. Double-click on the pet's icon. This icon should appear on your desktop when any Hypnos virtual pet is installed. To buy them food and feed it to them. React their excrement, poop to the recycle bin. If your pet's poop is not disposed of, health will decline rapidly. Alert! Do not wave your pet's poop in their face. It's not fun for them, and it shouldn't be fun for you.
I agree. That makes sense to me.
Feeding your pet icons and files that aren't pet food is not advised. Do not feed your pet poop.
Amabel. Once again, you hate reading all the way to the end of anything. It's always like, start 20% up, start 20% down, stop 20% away. Look at that pet.
What?
Look at that pet.
Yeah, I see it.
Amabel, do you not want that pet?
All right, let me... I'm sorry I don't play the game the way you want me to.
Robin Bennis says in chat, Amabel thinks David Copperfield is a book about a very happy little boy living with his mom. Got ya. I mean, you know what you got to do here, right? This is not rocket science.
Yeah, I got it. So where is my pet?
You got to get your it's an icon on your desktop, as you were just told. So let's get this minimized. Oh,
There's my pet.
look at him.
then
He really does have
Oh,
strong
sure.
slug cat vibes. Buddy, you like this?
eat.
Wait, double click on him to get that little window open. Oh no, that worked. That worked. Is he gonna? Yay! So easy to get a login yourself. You just have to message literally anyone. Well, we can't do that, Tim.
Too
Amabel.
bad, and thanks for the coin.
Be with the Lord.
Him, huh?
Tim, fucking Tim. All right.
Thanks for the HC. Okay.
You know what I hate? Tim.
What?
All right. So maybe these things that we got are like file addresses once we're logged in.
Was that the correct?
Wait, was it not a 4? I think your pet just shit on your desktop.
It did.
Well, this is a nightmare. No, Amabel! It's not fun for the pet. It shouldn't be fun for you. You really settled into this character who sucks a lot. Look at how sad.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to come over here. Okay, let's get this in your cycling event for you.
Look at how sad you made it. Okay, yeah, you can hold the button on to give it scritches. Okay, everything's good now. Killing me. All right. Welcome to Flist. Flist pages must be hidden. No zone listing. No linking / ID sharing without permission. Welcome, Amabel. Yeah, see, it's just a trick. Okay, and that's a Flist. Oh. Flist IDs are formatted as follows. F plus the last 6 characters of a headband ID. So that's how you see what's in other people's directories. So
Okay.
those numbers are numbers, but also we could theoretically find anybody because we can just see other people's IDs because we're enforcers.
Okay.
So okay. You are now able to see Flist directories by searching for Flist IDs. So because we're logged into the service, can we just search search?
All right. It was 0,
Yeah,
0, 0.
You do, I think, have to put the F on. Yeah, 3088D. And this should be the Chowder Man. Private files. One-legged man. For the Chowder Man eyes only. Do not look. If you do not belong here, then do the right thing and go.
Downloading one-legged man. 1.
Yeah, about one
Why?
click. It takes one click. You're downloading 2 copies of everything.
All right. Can you do a performance for me, please?
All right. Notes in waltz time. And he's got some, I think that's supposed to be notepad. It's a notepad drawing of tablature up there. You crashed and you burned. Your time has run out. The Chowder Man must ask himself, who am I now? Where will you run with only one leg? You can barely hop, and now you must beg. Come back, oh come back. Oh, don't let it end. Forgive me and hold me. Signed, one-legged friend. Maybe I can be like the mighty men of old, the pirates with one leg. They got so much gold. Chowderman's working on a new song.
Downloading Chowderman one-legged man.
Ew.
Chowderman one-legged man. 1.
For real, you only have to click
Music
once.
file added to Toonbox library.
You crashed and you burned, your time has run out. The child of man must ask himself, who am I now? Where will you run with only one leg? You can barely out, and now you must bear.
Oh,
Come back, oh come back, don't let it down. Give me an old me sign, one-legged friend. Maybe I can be like the mighty maid of old, the pirates with one leg, they got so much gold. Come back, oh come back, don't let it down. Forgive me and old me sign, one-legged
oh.
friend. Maybe I can be like the mighty maid of old, the pirates with
Lazuli notes this sounds weirdly like a sedated Jack Black, and yeah, I think that's exactly what it is.
so much gold.
Are you gonna check out Zane's directory
Yeah.
or Corey's apparently?
Yeah.
Which
It's
one?
the last 4.
It's the last 6.
Then
No, it's the last 5. So yeah, it's just where the dash is. You put an F in front of the last bit. It's the 5 numbers and the letter. I
Okay.
don't think you have to close that. You could just leave that open while you're typing it.
Who else? I mean, I could.
Yeah, you don't need to like gather a list ahead. It's just like leave the thing open and look at it while you're typing.
You know, all right. The new seepage song is bad, eh?
To
Disclaimer
enforcers, sharing songs is not a violation unless the band requests a takedown. Thought you had me, didn't you? Well, guess what? I read the rules, and now I hacked into Fliss to get my own page. Oh, hacker log do not open dot text.
00101 dono.
This is gonna be
Downloading hacker log 0001001 donotapen 1.
no. You know what? Never mind. You're on your own.
I will assassinate you if you read this document farther. Close it now or you will regret it. You can't read it anyway, so give up before you regret it. Oh, where'd it go? Hang on. Okay. School sucks. Who the F invented school? It's dumb as hell. You just sit there learning irrelevant stuff that the government wants you to learn. Boring and idiotic. If people learn at home, it would be much better. Homework is so idiotic too. Who thought that in your free time you should do more of this time-wasting crap with doing math? Problems that don't matter. I won't need it because I'm going to be rich pretty soon after high school. There are so many ways to make money out there. Thanksgiving is going to be so stupid again, by the way. My mom is working, which means going to her BF's place, so I'm going to her ex-husband's, who are idiots, who will just watch wrestling and spit sludge and paint buckets, real rednecks. I used to like wrestling when I was a kid a few years ago, but seriously, it's really dumb and weird when you think about it. In the morning, it's time to get some new kicks finally. The last ones I got at Dollar Saver, and they suck and are falling apart. Be with the Lord. Flippin' cheap mom. Maybe she should get 3 jobs. Be with the Lord. Zane logging out.
Okay, well now it's gotten sad.
What is a kicks?
Like shoes. Hold on. You know that. Because you know Business Frankenstein.
Yeah, I just didn't really. Okay. I'm putting this up on Flist as some seepage songs I found. Only hackers read it, so I don't mind. Still made it hard to find this part. If you did, great job. You're a genius. I just want the idiots in Teentopia where I'm stuck to find it. That would suck. End. Okay, what? Okay, all right. I'm picking up your. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta listen. Critters love scritches. And there's one thing I know about critters: it's that they do not have the ability to scritch themselves correctly. It is a great cruelty that every critter was made to have itches that it cannot scritch, but so few creatures were given the ability to invent scritchers to help them scratch themselves.
Another.
Tree installed.
Oh, I can't help but notice you only clicked that one once. When there's money on the line, all of a sudden you know the rules. This sound pack is really something. All right, buddy, we're gonna get you some food. We just gotta listen for the sound. They don't tell you raising a mushi is a full-time job.
Yeah, it sure is.
What's up?
Okay.
All right. Did you want to look at some more lists, or what are you thinking?
Yeah.
We might find crimes.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
That's just Zane again.
Oh. Okay, he doesn't have any. But
Yeah, that makes sense.
beef brain. How do I get the beef brain?
You don't want the beef brain.
Oh, right. So hang on, beef. Uh, 00656B.
Yeah.
All you're gonna find here is random nonsense from Minnie.
Minx.
Minx. Also, this really bad wallpaper I should probably just delete.
Downloading 4 files.
Did you download the wallpaper 4 times? Why? Amabel, have you considered what the long term of what? A donut. Oh, he changed the color. Have you considered the long term cumulative effect of a policy where you discover a thing that I don't like and then you just do it relentlessly? Might be. In terms of like, how it's going to affect me and my day and
Okay, so here's the thing.
yeah.
Here's the context of yours don't have.
Robin Bennett says profit?
First of all,
No,
I'm
Robin,
used to
I don't
double-clicking
have
on
any money.
First of all, I'm used to double clicking on things, just from life on the internet. So I'm sorry. But the second thing is, I am not using my usual mouse finger because I sliced it open, making you a delicious dinner. I'm using a different finger, and it is not. I did not mean to click it 4 times. I was trying to double click reflexively. I did not mean to do it 4 times.
Downloading Teen Up sticker.
I appreciate the dinner. I did not. I will point out, I did not tell you that it, the teen ups. You remember?
Downloading Y2000 challenge.
Yeah.
The year 2000 sleep time challenge. Win $100,000 from the Merchant Brothers. Okay, so he's setting up his next scam.
Okay, well, I'm not seeing much from.
Robin Bennis, the T-Nubs thing is a reference to a it is not tampon nunchucks. It's a reference to a scam page we saw in the previous stream where those T-Nubs were being sold as. Do you remember what they were supposed to be?
I don't. Uh, 12977A. Okay, so hang on.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It was supposed to be a drug. Cat o' Nine Tails is refreshing me. They were being talked about like they were basically meth. Yeah, it was supposed to be like a new kind of drug that the kids were on, but then it was just a picture of some tampons.
Okay.
Thank you very much for having the memory that I do not have. Hey, can you go? You keep going past the thing that I think is like pretty interesting.
What's that?
The in open-eyed. The net settler support thing. Remember we saw a thing about
Oh,
net
right.
settler safe mode. Oh, Steve Guy Whitaker's mad.
Add in Merchant Soft. Bring back support for net settler pages, or else net settler. Not sure if you forgot, without us net settlers, Hypnospace wouldn't even exist. Look what you did to my page with your newest update. Before, after, and yeah, it's worse.
Yep, that's worse.
All of my text is completely unreadable now. Thanks, jerks. Update: no, I will not be paying your exorbitant HypnoCure Pro fee just to be able to load my own page properly. Clicking a safe mode button every time a page loads is not an enjoyable way to browse Hypnospace.
So okay, so some people have access to
All right. Here.
a butterfly. I don't. Can you overfeed a pet? I have no idea.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. I meant this pet. Specifically, I meant this pet. So it seems like some people have access to the Hypnospace pages using a different browser, NetSettler, instead of the HypnoS. And they've fucked up the rendering. They've broken things in some way. Nope, Nah says the tampon nunchaku is Drip Boy Space's iconic weapon.
I didn't think so.
That's a point. That's that whole thing smacks of gender, huh?
Sure, yeah.
Go to this official net settler info. What are we talking about here?
Okay, all current net settler pages have been automatically hidden as they are no longer compatible with Hypnospace Explorer. All search tags have been replaced with NSDP. It will now appear at the top of older net settler pages.
Okay.
Any older settler pages remaining after January 1st will be deleted. To view net settler pages, please upgrade to HypnoCure Pro and enable safe mode. To find formerly public pages, please use the search tag NSDP.
That's interesting. Are we going to be able to render them? Okay, yeah.
Well, she feels that Gearhead Greg is a helpful and well-meaning individual, but I would strongly advise against his password security tips.
We have a gender essentialism alert in the chat. Please, chatters, and manage your gender essentialism. Don't make us come down there. I enjoy our chat, Amabel. I think they add an important element to the stream.
Welcome to Connie's Connections. This page is dedicated to helping people Hypnospace connect with one another over similar interests. It's also an excellent, entertaining way to waste time. I make sure that all pages listed here are worth a visit. Technology connections, different connections, art and culture connections, funny connections. If your page is picked as a Connie favorite, you're welcome to use this graphic on your page. Oh, I'm sure people did that. Due to recent issues surrounding NetSeller and Hypnospace page builder formats, excuse me, many of the connections listed here are no longer functional. Some pages appear with unreadable text and broken links, while others have been deleted by users who have moved away. I have made graphics denoting both.
I am aware of these issues. Do not message me about them. She's tired of being messaged.
Merchant Soft will realize just how many people here use NetSeller and to figure out how to support the legacy software. It does not happen. I will have no choice but to close Connie's Connections or move it to another sleep time service.
Okay,
Song
so
requested by
there's a whole like layer of the internet here that's just being the layer of the sleep internet specifically being lost by somebody forging ahead with their browser and redesigning the way pages are rendered and breaking old functionality without, any care for what they're leaving behind, which sucks and definitely feels like real tech bro shit, right? Like,
yeah.
This thing sure does love to poop in your computer.
All right. Well, let's try some funny connections.
So here's what I'm gonna put forward.
Yeah.
We've been playing Hypnospace for about 2 hours now, and to me it sounds like your cough is getting worse. Well,
yeah, you were saying.
So I was gonna say, do you maybe want to call it here for today? But then you discovered this.
I mean, no, that's fair.
No, Amabel, no. No, I refuse. You want to call it?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really struggling with my my throat actually quite a bit. And
Yeah, your chronic cough. Because you are too into the chronic, as we all know.
What does that mean?
That's a drugs reference. That's a reference to the way you love to do drugs.
I don't
Which is with your respiratory system. So okay,
don't-
go ahead
I
and
don't-
save. We're back to the gas cave on the stream
trouble.
here. Let me throw up some relaxed movement here.
Okay.
Except not at a volume that's obliterating everything. Okay. So Amabel, you know what time
I
it
made
is.
a lot of progress.
What does progress mean?
I mean, we're gonna be doing this
You looked
game
at-
for like 10 streams.
Oh yeah, do you know what it is to? You don't know anything about the game. Oh, Amabel, I mean this in the nicest possible way. I want you to take this. I want you to remember. I said all due respect. Shut up,
Okay.
bitch.
All right.
Okay. So Amabel, hey, guess what part of the stream it is? It's the post stream. Welcome back. Welcome to the post stream, where we talk about things that is cool and we things that we love, and we try to help other people find things that they can love, and that way everybody can love a thing. And isn't it great to have a thing that you're into?
Yeah.
Amabel,
What
isn't it?
have you been into, sweetie?
Let me tell you something. This is something that was recommended to us last week by somebody, and I do not remember who it is. But this is what I'm putting up. This Apple Plus show, Government Cheese. This is fucking rad as hell. Huge fan of the Government Cheese. I think it is worth checking out for everybody. Getting a hold of it in whatever way you get a hold of your Apple Plus shows. You know, whatever way that is, I'm not going to judge you. Feel free to pay Apple if you want. You know, whatever. But yeah, this show's great. I'm really enjoying it so far. There's 7 episodes or 7 or 8 right now, and yeah, I loved it. Start to finish, I absolutely loved it. It has a weird, almost like there's a Coen Brothers-ness to it. There's a little bit of a it has a very strange sort of tone. There's an almost Fargo the TV show-ness to it a little bit, where it's sort of like a, in some ways it has a sort of an odd blend of tones, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But it's good. It's got yeah, a great cast as you're seeing here. David Oyelowo is awesome. Bokeem Woodbine is awesome. Yeah, just good all around. This is my thing. I think everybody should check out Government Cheese. Do you have one? Do you have a thing you'd like to advance? Y'all in the chat, feel free, please, also to advance stuff. The chat last week is how I learned about Government Cheese. I have personally benefited from this process.
I'm afraid I don't really have much because this week basically was me finishing up the editing on my thing, and then
okay, so your thing that you love that you want to advance to everybody is your video essay. I see. Let me just pull that up real quick here.
I don't think that's not what I'm doing. I haven't been able to engage with much media or stuff in the last few days, the last week or so, unfortunately, is what I was saying. So I don't really have a thing. I almost watched a movie this morning to try to do the thing, and then
what movie was that?
I almost watched 1,000 Clowns, which I haven't seen in a while, but I didn't because I had a media thing I had to do, a media appearance, so I
yes,
kind of didn't do my homework for this week for the stream. I'm sorry.
Your homework of enjoying anything.
Yeah, well, this is my channel.
This is Amabel's channel with Amabel's video essays. This here, uncredited, is the most recent thing. Up to 1,400 views already.
Yeah,
it's doing some stuff. While you're here, you know, there's lots of other great video essays. Mechanisms as Metaphors, of course, is a classic, cited all over the internet as a classic of the genre. Yeah, good stuff. Amabel Holland does great video essays. That's my opinion.
That's very sweet.
In the chat, we have Cat of Nine Tails finished reading Induction, Red Lines Fall Part 1 by Syntax Takes. Glad I read it, but damn, it took me 3 days to recover from the pain described in it. So it sounds like it's pretty heavy. Warning for that. I've never heard of that, but it seems rad. Robin Venice points out, if you do give Apple money to watch Government Cheese, you might as well watch Dickinson too. I'm not familiar with Dickinson, but I will say, in general, there's a lot of good shit on Apple Plus. They have financed the creation of a lot of good television. Personally, I would strongly recommend Severance. I'm sure everybody's heard of Severance, but
Can we have something else on the screen besides my channel? I'm
all
very...
right. Okay, I'm sorry. Severance is insanely good. Notes Kato. Yeah, fully agreed. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, there's other good stuff on Apple Plus for sure. Bas van Durend and Hollander is recommending Claire Obscure, the FRPG that came out a couple of weeks ago, where it's a JRPG, but instead of Japan, it's France. It's a very French JRPG. It seems very popular. I have not played any of it. I don't think it's necessarily my kind of thing, but the kind of people, the people I follow on like social media who are into JRPGs and stuff have almost uniformly positive things to say about it. It seems to be very well liked. Let's see here. Anything else? Lazuli is putting forth For All Mankind, which is a series. Is that an Apple Plus thing? It's a series about. It's sort of like an alternate history, NASA thing. Yeah, it's out there. There's quite a lot of it. I believe it's like 4 full seasons already. And if that kind of stuff is your thing, it is. There is a lot of it. I'm sort of stepping carefully around the fact that I didn't enjoy it very much. But it's not because it's bad necessarily. It's just like not really my. I watched it because my partner Jaina is very into it, and so I wanted to be able to like talk to her about it and stuff if she wanted to. And I don't think it's I personally would give it like a 6.5. Like it's good and it's well made. It's just not to my taste. So apparently I am starting to take on a cough. Amabel's got a feeble flesh esophagus, as it was put earlier in the chat. I've already forgotten by who. Nope Nah asked if you have a fallible flesh esophagus. And it is, sadly, it is the case. We have not had our esophagi replaced yet. Mine's all fucked up. I don't know if I talk about this very often, but mine is actually like very badly damaged, and I have a hiatal hernia in there as well. So that's that makes it challenging to swallow and live sometimes.
Yeah. My poor sweetie. How are you feeling, by the way? I know we were hoping the stream would make you feel. I wasn't trying to irritate you during the stream.
It's okay. I have been. My attention has been drawn elsewhere. Here's the thing about wearing a mask. I don't know if it works this way for everybody, but certainly for me, it's very easy to forget and sort of just like transcend. So over the course of the stream, I have transcended the mask and have become the show aspect or the show affect. And yeah, it's better. I feel better.
Good.
I still think I'm going to take you out for lunch.
Okay.
All right. So I think we're gonna go do that then. So that's gonna be the stream for this week. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of whatever is left of your weekends. Everybody, it would help me out tremendously, and certainly Amabel, if you would just take a second and point out to Amabel that the sort of like the pace and aim and wander of the stream today was good, that we do not need to be on objective running full speed all of the time. Like, exploring is kind of what Hypnospace is about. And when you come back next time, it's what we're going to continue to do. So thank you all so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Come back next week for more stuff. We got, I think we're going to... A couple of the games I'm playing on the channel right now are not very long. We're going to see some of those wrap up and then return to Rain World after the first thing wraps up. I needed a little break from Rain World because it really does both stress and bum me out sometimes. But Rain World will be back as soon as this hole opens up, and then other stuff also. And next stream, Hypnospace Outlaw. So yeah, that's that. Have a nice weekend and peace, so that I stop doing the outro on a loop over and over again.